What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode with Outdoor Mike. Today we are building your very own crawfish trap out of chicken wire. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Bill Farmer. You can check out his YouTube channel down below. He does a lot of gear reviews for camping, tactics, and EDC, so check out his site below and give him a like and a subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Get his viewership up. All right, so what are we going to be using for today? Let's check it out. So what we've got here is we've got some 1/2 inch chicken wire. This is 36 inches long by 36 inches tall. Make sure when you're building crawfish traps, you check your state requirements. They all have them in their fishing regs, or you can contact your DNR or Game and Fish, and they'll make sure that you're doing it correctly and you're within your regulations. You're gonna need is a good pair of sturdy gloves so you're not cutting up your hands. Some wire cage clips is what I'm going to be using today. The other thing you can use is zip ties, but these are sturdier and they'll last you longer. And then the other thing you're going to need if you're doing the J clips is a pair of clamps. Both of these can be picked up at Ace Hardware. The clamps are about 14 bucks, and the clips I just picked up today, they're 6 bucks. So for less than 20 bucks, you can be building your own cages. And then once you got that, this is $1.89 a foot. So less than 5 bucks, you keep buying wire from, you keep building traps. All right, so what we're doing here is we're gonna take our wire and you're just gonna bring it all the way around so it's just slightly overlapping. And what we're gonna be building today, the type of crawfish trap is called a pillow style crawfish trap. There's a lot of videos out there about this. The reason I'm building one is because I wanna do a head-to-head challenge later on our fishing trip that we're doing later this month. I'm gonna put this one up against some store-bought ones and see which ones perform better. So we'll check out that video in the future and make sure you guys follow along so you can see how that turns out. Real simple style cage to build. Doesn't take too long, so let's get into the build. Firstly, like I said, you're just gonna make sure your wire is overlapping, kind of like so. You're gonna take your wire clips and one of these little J clips. And if you watched any of my other cage build videos, it's just like from before. You put that bottom portion of the J right down into that double grip right there, and then you have the top edge on the single. Just come up to here, and chicken wire being chicken wire, it doesn't always want to be agreeable. Gonna work it through that little gap. And clamp it down. So basically you've got something like that, and we're gonna do that all the way down to the other end, probably going about once every inch or so, just to lock all those in. Alright guys, so we've got our clamps all the way down the cage. Again, 36 inches long. State of Arizona, we can't have it any longer than 36 inches in any direction for these cages. No longer than 36 inches, and we have less than 36 inches around because we bought 3 feet by 3 feet. So with the overlap, we're actually less than that for going around the cage. Alright, so with the sides here, what we're gonna do as you kind of pinch your two ends together, make sure that your line that's clipped is going up and down the sides, or the top or bottom of your cage, because you don't want those clamps on the sides, because then you're going to end up with spots where it could split easier. What we're going to do is we're going to clamp these together, and we're going to leave about 3 inches on either side. And I say about, and just kind of ballpark it. You don't have to measure it exactly. The crayfish really don't care that much, but you just don't want it huge and you don't want it too small where they can't get in. So we're gonna clamp it just like this, and then once we've clamped it, we're gonna roll these pieces in. That's where your gloves come in so you don't tear up your hands. Alright guys, so that's what we end up with right there. You can kind of see you got a funnel here and a funnel there. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to be something that the crawfish can climb up inside and then get down inside the cage. Once they fall down in there, they're pretty much stuck, because that's what it's going to look like on the inside for them. Even if it lands in this way, do the same thing. They won't be able to get back in and get back out, because they'll be down below this and they'll hit this edge of the wire and won't be able to get out. That's pretty much it. We're going to do the same thing on this side, and then I'll show you what that looks like when we're all done. All right guys, so we got this side done before. Now we've got this other side. If you'll notice, I only did a cone to the inside once. The other one I'm leaving open, and the reason is just so when you go to dump your get your crawfish out, you have somewhere to dump them all out. What we're going to do with this is we're just simply going to take it, squeeze it together like this. We're going to fold it over, and then you can clip it, you can bungee it, just whatever you choose to do. Just zip tie it, works real good too. But you just basically close it off like that. You tie off your rope to it. State of Arizona, make sure you're putting all your pertinent information that's required by the state. Every state's different, so make sure you check your regulations for what you've got to have as far as traps that you're going to be leaving overnight. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's our cage trap. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my buddy Bill's link down below for hunting tactics and EDC. A lot of good information on there. There's also links for Spotter Up through his site. They've got a lot of good gear reviews and everything as well. Like I said before, we're going to be doing the head-to-head challenge with this trap against some store-bought traps. And we're going to see which ones work better. This one, overall, actual money into this one cage is about $5 if I don't count the initial cost of the pliers. I got about $5 into this cage. We're going to see if a $5 will beat a $20 store-bought. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you can make sure that you catch that next video. And we will catch you down the line.